showroom is kind of one of the major cultural landmarks in the city and is a very well-respected cinema.
It's an independent cinema and there's a lot of different things going on. They have a lot of festivals and a lot of events, special screenings and things like that.
I moved here as a student 3 years ago, and it was a new city for me to move into. And I came here a bunch of times when I first moved because they were showing a bunch of films that I was really interested in.
Well, I volunteered as a volunteer usher at the Bradford Film Theatre when I was 16, and I've been working in cinema management since I left university and joined the Rank organisation as a trainee manager. I've been doing my current job for about 20 years now.
I first started working in a cinema on front of house, then I studied media at college and I went on to study film at university and maintained throughout all of my further education working in cinemas.
I studied kind of like a general arts degree at college, and then I moved to Manchester and I set up my own business decorating nightclubs and doing things like that, creating set pieces and things. And I started to work occasionally on theatre projects, and then I got the opportunity to work on film productions, on short films, a bit like you're doing, I suppose.
I did film and photography at university, and I've done quite a few jobs like in a technical teaching kind of role.
The most enjoyable bit of my job is the films, like getting to see all different kinds of films and expanding my knowledge of film.
I like it when it's quite high pressured and stuff, because time seems to fly by and you're kind of all like mucking and stuff like that. And I like celebrity spotting at Dockfest through the little windows and stuff.
I suppose the thing that gives me the greatest pleasure is being able to put interesting and unusual films in front of an audience and getting a very strong reaction from the audience that they've really enjoyed it.
I think that the most enjoyable part of my job is being able to come up with ideas and convincing other people that you should do those ideas and make them work. Sometimes they're creative, like projects for programmes and festivals and things, and sometimes they're ideas that help our business and try and make sure that we're a stable business and that we attract lots of customers.
It can be busy, it's flexible, and it's a nice environment. So yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
The good stuff is the festivals and the people that work here. There's a really good group of people that work here. I really enjoy working in the team and stuff. The bad points of a projectionist is the late nights and I suppose being in the dark on your own sometimes.
I'm part of a space called the Audacious Art Experiment, which is near Bramall Lane. There's about 10 people that are involved in there, and 5 of them work in this place. And we've put on, sort of guerrilla exhibitions and music nights there, and it's just you can't help but be influenced by the hard work that people do here in their extracurricular activity.
I'm a production runner, so what I have to do with that is loads of different things. But at the minute, we've just got a new shooting script that's come in, so we're having to kind of photocopy that to get it out to the cast and the crew. So I have the lovely job of doing that and counting all the scripts and binding them all, which I've not got one that's already done to show you. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. But no, I have to do a bit of boring stuff, kind of making cups of tea and getting lunches, but it's dead exciting because you get to go out on set as well and help out and meet different people, get to see a bit of everything that people do. We're based here in the workstation, we're just here for 6 months while we're shooting, and we may be doing another series after this depending on how successful it is. So I may be back again.
I think there should be more centres like this around the country, and I think I would encourage people to try and develop them and to do similar jobs. Yeah.
It's hard work and times are changing. I'd recommend it if you're interested in new technologies, because film is moving forward now, digital projection and 3D and stuff like that, so it's quite yeah, it's quite techy.
I think if you've got an interest in film, it's a great job to get.
For a theatre, it's quite an interesting one because it's, I think, the largest one outside of London. There's 3 spaces. We get lots of touring shows, so there's lots of different companies visiting, and then we produce our own work.
I came to Sheffield and to this role because I thought that the work that Sheffield Theatres did was particularly exciting.
This is one of the major producing theatres in the country. I would say it's one of the top 5, and I was very excited to come here and work with our artistic director Daniel Evans, who's brilliant, and I love the work we do here. I was also keen to come and live in a new city. I don't know Sheffield that well.
I didn't really go to the theatre as a kid. I kind of discovered theatre when I was a young adult, I guess your age. I started going to a theatre in London, mostly because I saw people. I went to see some stuff that people off the telly were in, and literally went and ended up going and seeing these amazing plays.
I got involved with the school plays at my school, and that's how I started in theatre, and then I just kind of kept going. I went to university, did theatre as part of my degree at Glasgow, and studied theatre, film and television studies, and set up a theatre company with friends, got out there, raised the funding, made the work, toured, just kept going.
I started here as a dresser about 8 to 10 years ago in the wardrobe department, working for the productions backstage, and then I really enjoyed working in the theatre and working on the backstage stuff and more of the kind of behind the scenes, rather than I don't think I'd want to be an actor, but I really enjoyed all the artistic processes of working in the workroom. So I kind of worked my way up to the position I'm in now.
I ended up failing a biology degree at Leicester University by doing too much amateur dramatics. Worked for a year in a really naff job, minimum wage, thinking that I couldn't work in a naff job anymore and that I wanted to do something I really enjoyed. And then I enrolled at a drama college, the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, and did a 3-year undergraduate degree in stage management and technical theatre.
The main part of my job is to make sure that all the costumes are on stage within a deadline for the tech week and for the production of the shows that we put on, basically.
I get given a scale model of bits of the set that we've got to build, and then we take raw materials and build the set from the ground up.
I work 20 hours a week for Eclipse Theatre Company, and I cover sort of day-to-day admin for them, really, sort of marketing and press.
We develop a play, we develop a production, and then we take it out on tour. Our home base is the Crucible.
And I basically, well, I assist all the finance team, and I do my own job of counting the cash and that comes across from the tills, and input all the data and things into the accounting systems, and also do all the invoices.
The most enjoyable part is the creative aspect. You walk around the theatre at the moment, we're promoting a production of Othello with Dominic West and Clark Peters, working on the photo shoot for that, coming up with the concept, working with the designer on what the final image would look like. I think that's probably the most satisfying and exciting part of my job.
After all the hard work, it's seeing the audience's reaction to it, and also looking at all the creative teams who have worked so hard, seeing it all together on one stage.
It's working with really brilliant people and sort of throwing lots of ideas together until you end up with something that you all love. And then the second bit of it is putting it in front of an audience and an audience responding to it. And I don't mind if they like it or they don't like it, as long as they respond to it in some way.
The money is good, and like the career aspect, what you can go into once you're qualified, and the money and stuff is really good. So yeah, I will.
It's quite varied. You get to meet lots of new people, and it's nice meeting all the actors and different creative teams who come into the building.
I absolutely love the Crucible of the Lyceum. I'm really, really proud to wear my staff badge, and that helps you through any bad days or any difficult bits. But I've got great colleagues, and every day pretty much is different from the last, which is great.
If you want to work in theatre, go and see as much theatre as you possibly can. And I know it's not always easy, and sometimes, you know, costs can be prohibitive, but see as much as you can. That's the first thing. The other thing I'd say is read as much as you can. Read as many plays and many different types of plays as you possibly can, and learn the type of things you like.
Get involved as much as you can, even if it's just volunteering at first. Just roll on up, offer yourself a set of hands, and get involved.
And also, I think it's a really good job, but you've got to be able to work under pressure, and you've got to have very good organisational skills. So you really need to think about planning in advance.
Take any opportunities you can for work experience, and don't give up.
Yeah, put 100% into it all. So I came straight from school, and it was it's so much different. So yeah, try.
I'd definitely recommend trying to get work experience, and also obviously visiting the theatre and doing research in costumes, and maybe going to the library and getting out DVDs on historical films.
Have a think about exactly what you would like to do. Do research into the industry, see what kinds of jobs are out there, see what's going on, and approach companies that you particularly like.
I remember a careers teacher telling me, don't go into the arts, you'll never get any work. Well, I'd like to say to that careers teacher, I've actually worked full-time in theatre ever since I've left education. I think if you've got a passion for something, if you believe in something enough, and if you're a self-starter, the world's your oyster. You know, nothing should stop you achieving your dream, absolutely nothing. Go for it.